Sanatana Dharma, an elementary textbook of Hindu religion and ethics, published by the Board of Trustees, Central Hindu College, Benares, 1904. Namaskar. I am Vaidyanathan and I will be your host narrating this audiobook, Sanatana Dharma, an elementary book on Hindu religion and ethics. This is based on the book of the same name published by Benares Hindu College in the year 1904. First, let me share with you why I chose to do this. Bharat, also known as India, is a land steeped in ancient wisdom and tradition. It is the only large remaining living civilization that has stood the test of time. However, in recent times, we have seen a decline in these values and a sense of disconnection from our roots. It's time to rekindle the flame of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma, the eternal law, is more than just a religion. It is a way of life, a philosophy that guides us towards a meaningful existence. It is a foundation of our culture, our ethics, and our identity. I found this book to beautifully present the extensive canvas of this eternal Dharma and its relevance to day-to-day living. It extensively draws from ancient texts like the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Shastra, and more. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's rediscover the wisdom of our ancestors and its applicability to our modern lives. For those who wish to read and reflect, the corresponding text is available in the link provided in the description. If you are enjoying this, feel free to share it with others. The person going through this could expect multiple outcomes. 1. Comprehensive understanding. It should provide a complete picture of our dharmic tradition. 2. Guidelines for transformation. For those interested in bringing about transformation, it should serve as a guideline to follow, helping them accomplish their goals. Number 3. Foundational knowledge. For learners, it should explain the what and how of Hindu Dharma and ethics, potentially leading to the development of more specialized principles suited to their intellectual and emotional temperament in the future. Number 4. Character building. For those who engage with the text attentively and reflectively, it should help build a character that is pious, dutiful, self-reliant, upright, righteous, gentle yet strong, and well-balanced. This character should embody the qualities of a good person and a good citizen, aligning with the fundamental principles of religion that governs life's duties and obligations. Number 5. Adaptability. While the text touches upon generally applicable principles, it should allow for additions by sectarian individuals, parents, or teachers. They should not find anything in the text that they would wish to repudiate. Number 6. memorization of shlokas. The shlokas at the end of the chapter should be memorized, providing a valuable collection of sacred references on their tradition and culture. These outcomes aim to foster a deeper connection with our roots, guiding the individuals towards a meaningful and ethical life. The name Sanatana Dharma has become somewhat of a sectarian name in some parts of India, but it is here taken only as meaning the eternal religion. May this prove useful in laying a firm foundation of right thinking in the minds of Hindus and other open minded people, and may help in shaping them into moral, loyal, and useful citizens of their motherland. Introduction. In a Vaidika Patashala, students repeat Vedic hymns over and over again until they know them thoroughly by heart. Students still learn the Shruti in the same way their forefathers did in ancient times. You may hear them chanting it in any Vaidika Patashala even today. This is another facet where we see an example of a living civilization, something that has remained unbroken for several thousands of years. The Shruti consists of the Chatur Veda, the four Vedas. Veda means knowledge, that which is known, and the knowledge which is the foundation of Hindu religion is given in the four Vedas. They are named Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. Each Veda is divided into three parts. 1. Mantraha or Samhita, that means collection. 2. Brahmanam. 3. Upanishad. The mantra portion consists of mantras or sentences in which the order of sounds has a particular power and produces certain effects. These are in the form of hymns to the Devatas, whose relation to humans we shall see presently. When properly chanted by properly instructed persons, certain results follow. These mantras are used in religious ceremonies, and the value of the ceremony depends chiefly upon their proper repetition. The Brahmanam portion of the Vedas consists of directions about rituals and explains how to perform the ceremonies in which the mantras given in the first part are used. It also includes stories connected with these rituals. The Upanishad portion consists of deep philosophical teachings on the nature of Brahman, the supreme and the separated self, the person, and the universe, and the concepts of bondage and liberation. It is the foundation of all philosophy, and one may study it and find delight in its profound wisdom. A high level of mental and emotional preparation is required to study and understand it, making it very challenging for the common person. In this aspect, it is very similar to any abstract and fine science and mathematics. There was a fourth part of the Veda in ancient days, sometimes called the Upaveda or Tantra. This part consisted of science and practical instructions based on that science. However, very little of the true ancient Tantra remains. as the rishis deemed them to be unsuitable for times when people are less spiritual. Some tantrika forms of ritual are still used in worship today, either alongside or instead of the current Vaidika forms. The books now existing under the name of tantras are generally not regarded as a part of the Veda. That which is found in the Shruti is of supreme authority and is accepted by every faithful follower of the Sanatana Dharma as final. All the sects and philosophical systems look up to the Shruti as the ultimate authority in determining every dispute. If a text seems to contradict what is said in the Shruti, it is considered worthy of rejection. Similarly, if there is confusion in the meaning of a word or phrase, the interpretation that aligns with the Shruti is considered the correct one. The Smriti or Dharma Shastra is founded on and stands next in authority to the Shruti. It consists of four great works written by sages. The main contents of these works are laws and rules for the conduct of individual, family, social, and national life. Hindu or Dharmic society is founded on and governed by these laws. They are 1. Manusmritihi or Manava Dharma Shastra. The Shastram as given by Manu. Yagyavalkya Smritihi. 3. Shankhalikata Smritihi. 4. Parashara Smritihi. The first of these, Manusmritihi, is the chief and comprehensive collection of the Vedic laws, with Manu being the general lawgiver of the lineage. Hindu chronology divides the history of the world into 7 great periods or cycles of time, each of which is begun and ended by a Manu, and is therefore called Manvantara, meaning between Manus, or in this case, between two Manus. 6 other Manus, very great minded and of great splendor, belonging to the lineage of this Manu, the descendant of Swayambhu, have each produced beings. As there are 2 Manus for each Manvantara, it shows that we are in the 4th Manvantara, under the rule of the 7th Manu, who is the son of Vivaswat. Some of his laws are handed down in the Manusmriti. The Yagyavalkya Smriti follows the same general line as the Manusmriti and is next in importance to it. The other two, Shankhalikata Smriti and Parashara Smriti, are not much studied or referred to nowadays, except in some parts of southern India. While the Shruti and the Smriti are the foundation and the walls of the Sanatana Dharma, there are 2 other important supports, like buttresses, the Puranani or the Puranas and the Itihasa or history. The Puranani or the Puranas consists of histories, stories and allegories composed for the use of less learned, especially for those who could not or do not have the capacity to study the Vedas. They are very interesting to read and are full of information of all kinds. Some of the allegories are difficult to understand and require the help of a teacher. The Itihasa comprises of 2 great poetic works. 1. Ramayanam, The history of Sri Ramachandra, the son of King Dasharatha and his wife Sita and his brothers. It is a most interesting and delightful story, as you all know. 2. Mahabharata, the history of the Kurus, a royal family of northern India which split into two parties, the Kurus and the Pandavas, between whom a great war broke out. It contains an immense number of beautiful stories, noble moral teachings, and useful lessons of all kinds. The Ramayana and the Mahabharata are invaluable sources of knowledge about ancient India. They provide insights into the lives, customs, arts, and industries of the people. By reading these epics, you can understand the greatness of India in the past and learn how to conduct yourself and to contribute to its greatness once more. The science and philosophy of Sanatana Dharma. While the Shruti and the Smriti, the Puranas and the Itihasa form the foundation of Hindu religion, the religion itself has given rise to a splendid literature of science and philosophy. The science was divided into the Shadangani, the six Angas, literally meaning limbs. These limbs are branches, comprised what would now be called secular knowledge. In the old days, religious and secular knowledge were not treated separately. They included grammar, philology, astrology, poetry, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, along with 64 sciences and arts, and the method by which study should be carried on. Anyone who mastered the six Angas was considered a person of vast and deep learning. The philosophy also has six divisions. The Shad Darshanani, the six Darshanas, or ways of seeing things, usually called the six systems. They all have one objective, enabling the separated human selves to reunite with the Supreme Self, thereby putting an end to anxiety, worry, and pain. They all share one method, the development of jnana or wisdom. The approaches employed are different to suit the various mental constitutions and orientations of people. So they are like six different roads, all leading to one town. As for what is contained in the six systems of philosophy, it will be enough for a beginner to know this. The Nyaya and the Vaisheshika arrange all the things of the world into certain number of kinds. They point out that a person knows all things by means of his senses, by inference and analogy, or by the testimony of others, wise and experienced others. They then explain how Ishvara has made all this material world out of atoms and molecules. Finally, they show how the highest and most useful knowledge is the knowledge of Ishvara, who is also the inmost spirit of a person, and how this knowledge is obtained in various ways. The Sankhya explains in more detail, in new ways, the nature of Purusha, the spirit, and of Prakriti, the matter, and the relationship between the two. The yoga system states that in addition to the commonly known five senses and five organs of action, there are other subtler senses and organs. It explains more fully how these can be developed by a person seeking to know Ishvara, their own true inmost spirit. It is important to note that when we refer to yoga here, it should not be confused with Hatha Yoga. Nowadays, the word yoga is often reduced to a set of physical exercises, postures, and breathing techniques. The Mimamsa explains what karma is, that is, action, both religious and worldly, and its consequences, causes and effects. It also explains how karma binds a person to this world or to another world. The Vedanta finally reveals the exact and true nature of God or Atma and shows that the Jiva or the individual soul is essentially the same as this inmost God. It explains how a person may live in such a way that karma does not bind them. By understanding the Maya Shakti of Ishvara, through which the world manifests and dissolves, a person can, after practicing yoga, merge with Ishvara and attain moksha or liberation.